So Paul, this game is set up to be probably your toughest of the season. What's your thinking heading into it?
Just really looking forward to it. I think the FA Cup is a different competition. It's one that you're always hopeful as the underdog that you can cause the upset, and we've seen it time and time again. So we're not turning up to Torquay. It's not like they're playing Premier League or they're a Championship side. They're one league above us, and we're turning up there to be as competitive as we can be on Saturday.
They obviously went agonisingly close to going to League Two last season. Does that come into your thinking after the start they've had this season?
I genuinely felt I watched a lot of the National League last year, especially in the pandemic, so not a lot else to do. And I thought Torquay, and this is no disrespect to any other team, but I think if they hadn't got the 4 or 5, maybe even 6 injuries that they had, I think they'd have gone on and won that league quite comfortably. They were a very, very good side. I mean, obviously, great manager, experienced manager in Gary. And sometimes, when you've lost 5 or 6 of your group, as managers, it's not always easy. You hope that you've replaced with the same quality. They had some fantastic loans last year as well, and it's hard to always replicate that. But the game that we watched, in the main, was when they beat Wealdstone 5-0. I think they were 4-0 up in 45 minutes. So they've shown in that 45 minutes, a bit like we have really this season, where we went and did that to Concord in the first half. But we've had other games where we've not quite been ourselves, and we're a new group. I think they're quite a new group, and sometimes it takes things just to mould into how you want your season to pan out.
And being a league below, underdogs if you like, do you see yourself as underdogs, or is it something to relish as a team?
Listen, I don't view us as big underdogs. As I said, we're only one league away from Torquay, and we've got most of our players have played league football, so I don't think any of our players would walk into the game feeling massive underdogs. But listen, going to Torquay, whether we're in a National League or whatever, away from home, you're doing very, very well in a league game to get a point. Probably, you turn up hoping to get your point. You can nick a win, you nick a win. So, being realistic about it, they're a very good side. They will be there or thereabouts this season. Gary will get it right. It might be personnel changes to do that, but he'll make that happen. And I fully expect Torquay to be in the top 7. So for us, I think it's a measure for me of where we are as a group. Even if we lose on the day, we can measure it and say, was it a good performance? Or was it not good enough? Or are we miles away? On the other hand, you could say, we've come away with a draw or a win, and you feel that you've moved on with this group again. So with us, it's a bit week by week. The priority, as I've said all along, is to get in the top 7 for us this year. It's lovely to have an FA Cup run, but our absolute priority is on the league.
And being just one win away from the first round proper, is it a game where you need to G up your players, or should they already feel like they can go on and win?
I think it depends what level of football you've played and what level of football you're at. I think once you're in the National League, National South, then you would view the 4th qualifying round as an it should be achievable anyway. So I don't think there's a great air of excitement of getting in the first round draw, if I'm being honest. Most of us have experienced, and so did Gary, round 2s and round 3s and even 4s of this competition. So I think I always see it as a process. You've got to get through round 2, 3 and 4 qualifying, to get into that first round. And again, it's luck of the draw. Listen, you could draw a Sunderland at home, but you're just as likely to go and draw, I won't put a northern side away from home where you actually lose money on the day. So I'm fairly experienced in this competition. It's a great competition, and like I said, we'll treat it as a win-win, because if we get through, it's great, and if we don't, then we then go and concentrate on, for us, as I keep saying, is the priority to make sure we finish in those top 7 places in the South.
And it looks like we're taking a few fans of our own. What's your message for them making the trip?
Enjoy it. I think they always enjoy it anyway. They do enjoy it, whether we win, lose or draw. I think in year 1 we didn't lose an away game all season for them. Last year was a write-off, and I think this year we've done well again. We've beaten Hampton away, which is a tough place to go. We've beaten Ebbsfleet away, a very tough place to go. So we've had some good results on the road, but we're also getting our form right here as well. So as I said, I think the last couple of weeks we started to look better. I'm not thinking that we're 100% right yet, because you never do, but we will improve as the season goes on with a newer group. And like I said, I think Saturday for us is a free hit. We can go there and really enjoy it. We're doing it properly, which is, we don't have to do it in this league. So we're leaving, I think, Friday afternoon. We've got a nice hotel near Torquay, and we've got a nice coach to go down with. So that gives you that. It's unusual for us. It's that bonding night that the lads can have together. It's a good trip down, because we don't often do it. I think it gets boring if you do it every other week. But when you only do it once or twice a season, you actually quite look forward to a trip away. But no, what I'd like to do is make sure the performance is good. I'd like to make sure the performance is good, that supporters enjoy, the game, and it's a good game of football. I think it will be. I think both sides, like to get on the front foot and like to go for it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes on the day.
Good luck on Saturday, Paul. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Ryan.